There's been some rumors going around that I'm not a nice person, but I've got proof that I am. And, yeah, I'm a good girl. Married to a very naughty boy. He's a little worried that y'all think he's a big old horn dog now. Truth hurts, honey. Seems to me like that Brian's a little bit of a frisky fella. You know, reminds me of Ernie about a decade ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whew. Even a good girl has a naughty side. Embrace the dark side. It's part of who you are.
I decided to screw with her. Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm an asshole. Okay. I need my coffee. What do you want? What do you want? No. Shush. Jeez. Criminy. Be quiet. Have you ever been so desperate for a coffee and a smoke that you felt like your body was gonna just explode? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Alright, seriously, apparently Brian has, like, moved out here now. I kind of get the idea that he spends a lot of time sitting out here in the morning. The day has finally arrived where Brian's going to do the tag. So we're all snuggled in. We got Jasmine here, just all tucked in with her blankets. And then Brian and I are sitting here with our questions. So I'm going to flip the camera around, despite my better judgment, because I've been awake for like 10 minutes and the pillow wrinkles are still carved into my face. But
if it's scary, just turn off the camera right now. I mean, just
look away.
Look away, yeah.
Okay.
It might be scary. This is not for children.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is what I deal with before a first cup of coffee. So, just 1 second while I turn the camera around. All right. So, I am finished, except for running out of black. There were, as usual, typical, I guess, lots of bad black drills. This is my garbage for this painting. So you can see it's mainly black. I don't really want to dig through that and look for decent things. Here's my strays. These are what I picked up off the floor. I see one round. A couple blacks. I'll use those. And then I'm going to go to my long-term leftovers and get what I have for leftover black, which is this. It's not enough. So I'm going to rob Peter to pay Paul and go into some other kit that has black and steal those out. Or I'll look through my Diamond Art Club leftovers. I don't know, actually. I don't think I've ever done one square for Diamond Art Club yet. So it's probably going to be digging into that tree or the mermaid and seeing if I can find some. All right. I finally finished it. And from back here, you can very much tell that those are little houses on camera. Now I'm standing 4 feet from it and zoomed in. And it looks fantastic. To me, let me find what it actually looks like to me. Like if you were sitting right here. It's so hard to do on camera. To me, this is what it literally looks like. So it's really hard to tell. So in person, when you're standing near it, yes, very hard to tell. But when you back up and you zoom in, let me do what, now I'm like 6 feet away. This is what it literally looks like to me from 6 feet away. Maybe just a little bit further in, about like that. Looks fantastic. Plenty of detail. So I'm happy with this. I did run out of black. I picked through the bad ones. Lots of them were stuck together, and I used the diamond grinder. Got lots of them out of that, but it didn't. A lot of them I couldn't even with it. I probably couldn't have with a hammer. So I did steal from the Four Seasons tree some black. But it's done. I love it. And the size of it, I don't know. Let me measure it. I don't know how big it is. With the centimeters, we're all used to it, right? Okay, let's see here. It is, oh, let's see. Where is it? I can't find what I'm doing here. Where is the, there, okay. Oh my God, one-handed. Lord help me. I can't do this one-handed. Hold on. Oh, and there's just a couple left in there. This is the trash from the Santa. And for perspective, this is the regular green boat, not a big one. So there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, December 9th. And Brian is taking his brother-in-law back to the airport. He's heading home. Our short visit has ended. I'm sure some of you are curious how it's the kid's uncle and not my brother or Brian's brother. Brian's first wife passed away about 15 years ago. This is his first wife's brother. Came to visit. And anyway, while he's off taking him to the airport, the laboratory here, no, it's not really the laboratory today. This is just me reorganizing, getting my little toolkit ready. So essentially what had happened was this little, excuse me, sorry, the little container that Jan had sent, I outgrew it. So I'm now utilizing the tackle box thing here. So I've got a few ideas, you know, because I'm always running back upstairs when I'm working on the couch. And I showed the little stick-on double-sided tape symbols that I put on my storage, and then I pull them off and put them on the tray, and then we'll have trays going. Thank you, Allison. But, you know, sometimes you gotta redo, retape, whatever. And depending on what I'm doing, the label fell off. But this is the Scotch brand double-sided tape, and it's a narrower. Narrow. And then this is the Jot crap from Dollar Tree. And it's a wider. It's a little bit wider. The Jot doesn't seem to work for the labels because the Jot will stay stuck to the container and come off of my label, and this is super sticky, where this works better for, I don't know, there's different purposes for super tacky and less tacky, and different purposes for different widths, so I want them both. But the cheap stuff from the dollar store doesn't have this hood on it to keep it from sticking to everything in my box. So, this is my old, used up, regular old Scotch magic tape. And I'm thinking, well, why don't I take this and put it in the nicer container? Right? Yeah, of course. So, we're going to do that. In case nobody ever thought of that. If you buy the Jot crap. And, yeah, switch it out with one that's used up. Squeeze your little prongs together. Pop the old cartridge out. Now hopefully the cartridges are the same size that this will work. But we shall see. Get it out of there. Come on. There we go. Oh, you know what? And take this off because that's not who you are. Yeah, I'm like, not where you can see me, am I? Sorry. Put that on there. Probably not going to fit because, you know, of course not. Why would anything in life be that simple? No, it's not going to work. But I can just take this. There you go. See, I keep doing it. I see I need to like straddle you so I can see, watch what I'm doing here. Put this on here. I know there's too much stuff going on in the background. You can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Jot. Turn it. There. Okay, perfect. And there we go. Voila. Now I got a little more protection from whatever's in my box. Don't even go there, Brian. Okay. Yeah, he's kind of a horn dog, isn't he, girls? One-track mind. I'm thinking there's got to be use for that. Okay, now, I want to keep all these in my little box here. Okay, every time I say the word box, now I think dirty because I'm doing that video with Brian. There we go, hold them all together, and there we go. Let's see, what else? I think that's it for now, and then I'll show you more in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna, let me see here. Fix this just a little. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, I guess we are in the laboratory. Okay, coming up with alternative uses. These are those foam hair rollers that Hack Iver sent. And I like the clear paper. I don't like the white paper. I don't like the parchment paper. I like the clear paper. And I realized that there's no reason I can't cut it, because I felt like I was wrecking something nice by cutting off what I was done instead of peeling it. Anyway, I save my pieces that I cut off, though. Like this is from Alice. And actually, if you feel it with your fingers, you can actually feel the difference between the slick side or the non-stick side and the other side. Or you could put a sticker on it or something saying top, whatever. But I keep these, and you know, they're eventually I'll do it right. But you know, I have my standard patch size I like to work on, the 2x5. So eventually I could cut these to be a little more accurate than where I just lopped them off. But here we go, to get them rolled up, because I keep them and I reuse them. You know, as I finish something, I'll pull one off. So, you know, kind of like the new thing is those 4x4 parchment paper squares that people are doing. No, here's my solution, because I don't like the parchment paper. I like the clear. Okay, just put it on here, just to make it easier to roll it up. And then I'm gonna get my roller out. Yep. Just tighten it up a little more. There we go. About pinky size, good. And she had sent me a whole bunch of rubber bands. So I don't want really tight rubber bands on it, but just enough to keep it steady. See, it's not pinching it. Boom. And then this is the baby wipe case that she gave me. So this is what I'm doing today, is setting up my survival kit, my diamond painting survival kit. So that's my next idea. Here's another one. The little pen lights. This one's on a janitor chain. I also have the one, oh, this would even be a better one. Wait, that's not it. Where is it? Jan sent me this one in my care package. This had the laser on it too. Oh, that's right. She gave me this for the map. I forgot about that last time. Jan, sorry. I know you gave this to me for doing the map and pointing. So now I'm thinking I shouldn't put it in here, because I should keep it up by the map. Like, use a little Loctite. Just stick it up, whatever. But yeah, sometimes you can't see the diamonds you spilled all over the couch. Or you can't tell if a diamond you're working on is upside down, because you're not allowed to turn on overhead lights because it burns people's eyeballs. And you just need a little extra light. Get a little pen light. So I'm going to keep this one in the craft room for the map, because that makes more sense. But then again, if I had the laser, I could tease the dog. So we'll do that. We'll put it in here for now, because it's going to be a while till I do another map. So it's going in the survival kit. All right, and then I guess this can go back in my closet. So I'm gonna finish rolling these up, putting them away, and then I'll see what else to show you. That works better. Okay. Jan made this drill pen, rolling pen, and then she drilled a hole in it for me to be able to put the tips in. But it's also a rolling pin and a drill pen, nice big, and then, you know, of course, being wooden, I could paint it up any way I wanted to, make it pretty, finish it, stick down, whatever, decorate it. And I think it's a dowel. I think she said it's just a dowel, and it almost looks like, you know, the old-fashioned whittling to sharpen a pencil. It looks like they did. Whittled it down, drilled a hole in the tip. So, thank you, Jan. I might, I will. I'm eventually going to jazz this up. Well, I wouldn't want to put diamonds on it if it's a rolling pin for smoothing out diamonds, but I could certainly paint it. And then, of course, you had to do something, a clear coat or something on it, so you're not, like, leaving paint all over the top of what you're doing. That, you know, whatever. You get it. Another one. Let's see here. There we go. Alrighty. So, got all my little extras here. I'll just close that up. Hopefully that's going to fit in there. I don't know, maybe I'm being overly ambitious by putting the actual whole label maker in there. Probably. There we go. Yeah, I don't need to. I was just wishful thinking to get the whole label maker in there, but it's not going to happen. All right, and then these are just my little extra tinkering toys. Got that. Let's see here. Oops. All right. Now, I put some, let me see here, I'm going to divvy these up, put some in here for backup. Just picking out the smaller size a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now you put a little label on it, of course, rubber bands, whatever. And put these away. Gosh, I have like so many videos I want to make, and I just can't. I don't have time. There's not enough time in the world. There. Small rubber bands, put those away. I had this ball of Loctite in a little like plastic box because I was using it for like holding my things in place, but then I realized that the pads that Vicky sent and the dashboard pads that Jan sent, and I'll show you the box for this real quick. Jan sent these to me. She said she got them at Menards, for those of you who have a Menards. I am almost sure that I saw them at the Dollar Tree, maybe not this brand, but she said she got them in clearance at Menards a while back. I'm going to link both of these things in the description if I can find them on Amazon, so that if you want to try any of these things, these, again, if we can get them at Dollar Tree, get them there, because they'd be $1. These aren't nearly as sticky as these. These are like, you could hold your car to the ceiling of your garage to keep it out of the way while you sweep. these things are super sticky. Like almost like too sticky sometimes. Depends on what you're using it for. These aren't nearly as sticky, but because like any of this stuff, as it collects dust, it loses its adhesion. So this one, I feel, needs to be rinsed off a lot more often. But I use it for, I cut them up because, you know, they were inexpensive and a gift. And what I do is I just take a little piece, I stick it to the bottom of my container, and then I can stick it wherever on my tilt table or on my diamond painting. I mean, it'll stick to the other diamonds that are down, it'll stick to the plastic, it'll stick to whatever, and then if you're on an angle, it's not sliding around. I have a Naugahyde couch, I'll stick it to the arm of the couch, whatever. So I use these all cut up little pieces to put on my containers. I put a piece down to hold my trays of diamonds off to the side when I set them out, you know, if I'm switching colors. Tweezers, pens, whatever. I've got like my Naugahyde couch with these all over it and all my little supplies stuck to it. Which is great. This I love too, but some of the stuff, this is so sticky. Like if I were to stick something down, like let's say my diamond grinder. I did this before because I fold back my plastic and I set this on the seam to keep it from flopping back over where I'm working. So I've got this holding my plastic out of the way, and then I would stick the diamond grinder on it, and as I'd find ones, I'd throw them in here. But then when you want to grind, you obviously have to pick it up, and this thing was so sticky, it was like ping, and they'd all go flying. So this is better for like the tweezers and things like that that don't have a lot of surface area to stick to it, because it hangs on to stuff big time. So this is like super strength, and then that's like, you know, medium strength. And then a third option is either the Loctite or the Alines, just using a little wad of this, a little blob of it, stick it on your plastic to hold it back, and then, you know, and then you got, you know, there's my little scooper or my tweezers or whatever tool I'm using is just sitting there. And then just put it away when you're done. Now, that whole tangent was based on, I had this in a little, this was from map pins that Janet sent me, and I had it in here, in there. Well, I ended up wanting to switch it out because it was just too wide to fit, just the wrong size. So I wanted something that would fit nicely, because this just didn't. So I went to pull the Loctite out, and it was like hard to get out. I got it out, but it was like pulling gum out of your hair. And I haven't really used it in a long time, so I don't know if I'm going to put that in my survival kit or not. But that's just give you guys some ideas. If you bought this stuff for your diamond pens and you didn't like it and you're not using it, there's other uses for it. Use it to, you know, hold things in place. Use it to hold your, if you printed out extra copies of the Legend, like I did. I have double-sided tape on mine, or you could just put a little blob of this somewhere on the edge of your canvas or the edge of your light pad and stick it to, it's just, you just use it for whatever. Whatever. That's what I'm saying, just whatever. But yeah, probably put a piece of that in there. So I'm just trying to decide what kind of container I want. I really wish that I just had, I wish I had another one of these, really. But now I'm thinking I do somewhere. because this is where I put my Aleenes. And this is like the old one that's all like not so sticky anymore. And then I have a fresh piece that I just stab out of here. And then this was more being used for just like this for holding things back or whatever. But yeah, this is nice because it gives me a nice hard surface to push against, to fill the pen and twist it, to break it off. Where the packaging that it comes in, I don't have it here, but it's just like the paper on both sides, so there's no firm surface. And I don't like grinding it into the top of my desk because I don't want to leave dents, so I like having it in a hard container so that I'm not messing up my furniture. So I would have liked to have had a second one of these to keep a little blob of this in too. I'll have to look and see if I can find one. Plus I think this is more airtight than the boxes with little hinges. That's not airtight, so. Okay. All right, let me look for those things and we'll come back to this in a moment. All right, here's a little tip. I have these little containers and the lids don't stay on very securely. Very loose. This kind of works for anything, really. Here's how you solve that. So, got a rubber band. There you go. Solved. And if you want, it's got a little hanger too. Isn't that cute? Okay, so there you go. Tell you, keep your lids on tight. So yeah, if I wanted to, I could just put that on there. If I could get it straight and do that and hang it. There you go. Good idea. I think it's a good idea. I found one. It's in my cross stitch stuff. And the beading. Yay. I had actually, again, Jan gave me this. I had actually tried, I rolled it out like cookie dough for cutting cookies, and I put it in there. But if this is actual glass mirror, which I think it is, I don't know that I want to do that. But yeah, you can tell. Hey. There I am. I'm not particularly vain, so I don't look in a mirror very often, obviously. But maybe I should, so maybe that was a hint. Right, Jan? I'll keep this in here. Alright, let's see here. I think we're ready to review, and then I'm going to go socialize. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. Okay. Let's go through this real quick. Hold on, I need a moment. Alright. My survival kit. Let's pack it up and make sure it shuts, right? Before I go touting my wares. Alright, there we go. First idea, before I even get into that. You cross stitchers out there. How many of us have these? These metal chart pads, chart sheets with the magnets for holding our charts. Okay, two options here. Stick this under your diamond painting, not in an area you're working. Obviously, that's going to cover up your light pad if you're using one. But if you've got, like a lot of people, a tilt-top table or even your regular work surface, and you know you're not working on the entire diamond painting at once, you got plenty of room, so leave your lit up spot, put this off to the side, and then if you have like these containers that I got from Dollar Tree, 4 for $1, through the painting. Now, obviously, if it's a part that's been drilled, might not, because these aren't the strongest magnets in the world. But there you go. Now, I don't have those little magnet cases. All right. Then you've got again, these magnet sheets, double-sided tape, cut little pieces off, stick them to your items that you would want. Boom. Put them on the bottom of your trays. You know, put them on there. Boom. Okay. Boom, boom. What am I, emerald? Okay. So that's one option. Put metal under it and then magnetize your items. Option 2, put the magnet pad itself under your painting. And then you just need metal items. Okay, so there's 2 options for holding your shit. Let's say you can't be around magnets for whatever reason. There's people out there who can't. Okay, Jan. Finally, the chopping mats. With that, you've got several options. So now this is just on the side of your diamond painting, off to the side. You're working on your diamond painting, and this is your easel for your stuff, essentially. Use a combination of all of your items. Loctite, sticky pads, alines, whatever. Stick your items to this. So I will give an example. Right now, this one has a magnet, but obviously that's not going to stick. So got that. And then I always like to have my alines sitting out. And I do it this way. I put the stick on the lid, and then I just twist the bottom off, dip, put it back. That's how I do it. Okay, so I got that. And then we'll give you an example of one of these really sticky ones. I hope that's going to come off. Yeah, see what I mean? This stuff is super sticky. Like, super duper sticky. Super duper. Okay. My pen is heavy. I don't even know what to compare it to. But it's heavy. You can tell. It's a metal pen. There's some weight to that. I mean, okay. Got that. And I got my spoon, my teaspoon, and I got that one. And I'm just dropping them so you can see I'm not even like pushing them in. That stuff is so sticky. Okay. Now this, again, you got all your stuff on it. Lay this on top of your diamond painting off to the side of where you're working with all your crap. And then this thing, oh, see how hard that is? That's why I said nothing with great surface area, because if you put your diamond grinder in this, you're not getting it off. But anyway, you could put like the sticky pads on this, whether you wanted to put a whole bunch or little pieces like I do, and then just wash this off every so often. And then this goes with you. Put it in a giant bag or something. You know, grab a piece of your clear plastic sheet, put it over the top to keep it clean, stick it in a Ziploc bag, pull it, whatever. You know, one of the bags that all the big stuff comes in. But you get my drift, okay? This is now your surface for all your little goodies. So like I'm saying. Okay. Now, if you're on an angle, obviously, then, you know, you've got that issue where I was saying with the wedges, if you missed that video. I made these out of pool noodles. So with those, again, depending on the angle of my table. It gives me a little less of an angle so that my diamonds don't all fall out. And I did them, you know, I always hold this with my left hand with my thumb in the hole while I pick them out. But then I shake with my right because I'm right-handed. And then I do this. I always keep my hand over this because I've spilled too many. So I end up doing my wedges on, always on this side, so that when I put them up there, you know. And then if you're doing multiple trays, you could, you know, obviously line up several. In case you guys missed that video. So let me move some of this stuff over and I'll give you an example. Well, let's turn this way. So if you were to say put a whole row of these, and I'm probably going to start doing this immediately because this is my breakthrough revelation this morning. And I've only had like 1 cup of coffee, so imagine that. All right. Let's see here. So I've got like this one, and this one, and this one. Grab one more. And this one. And then I'm on a tilt table. And I can have all my colors lined up, and then I have my little tags with the color. And these, like I said, they're not as sticky. These are like a medium sticky. This is uber sticky. I would be doing that. That's going to be better. I would line it with those across for those. And then use this for, yeah, see those fall off. Good demonstration. Great demonstration, Wendy. Okay, let's try that one. We'll do one more. So yeah, the black ones, unless they've just been washed, they're not as sticky with the pool noodle because of the surface. But with the other stuff, yeah, it works good. But yeah, for some reason, pool noodles don't like to hang on very well. Here we go. We'll put that there. Do a little test. Now, I used spray adhesive. So it's kind of like that Aliens Tack It Over and Over that I have yet to try. At least not try it successfully. I didn't have the patience. But I just used the aerosol Krylon spray adhesive. And so the backs of these are like uber sticky, and I can just take this on or off now. But again, unless your black thing has just been washed, they're not as sticky. So let's try this. Yeah, those are good and secure. There you go. So these, I'll find it on Amazon. Vicki gave me these. I'll find it. I'll link it in the description. These would be good for if you decide to go this route, if you're on a tilted surface. But yeah, I'm gonna do this today because I think this is the way to go. Plus, because it's like clear but frosted, the light's still gonna shine through. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me clean this up and we'll go through the rest of the toolbox real quick. And then if you kept this, you just... Now these have a right and a wrong side too, so you gotta be careful with those. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Just take... Rather than this, I could use a whole plastic sheet. Yeah, and that one's the wrong way. And that one's the right way. There we go. Okay. Okay. So excited. I like having little like mental breakthrough instead of mental breakdown. There we go. let's examine the contents of my... Now, those came out of here, but let me move this aside now. Oh, I want to cover this up. Hey, how am I going to do that? Okay, first I've got Uber Magnifier, Mr. Magoo, and then less so that I can see, like this is like super, this is like I can see at arm's length, or, okay, so basically yes, because I'm blind. And for those of you who don't understand, this is anything within a foot of my face. This is anything from 1 foot to, say, 3 feet. After that, I then have a different set of glasses for 3 feet to 4 feet, and a different set of glasses for 4 feet and on. So that's awesome. Okay. I know. Let's see here. I'll put all this stuff in. All right. We saw the tape. I held it together with a hair roller. Here's my, let me put these on here too. Just stick it there. I'm just going to put them all out. Put them out there. Now, I've cut up all my plastic ones, I think. Clear. But I keep pretty much any. I don't even remember what this was from. It's from something recently. I can't remember. But oh, that. Okay. The heck. It's because I don't have those showing. Yeah. That's like so non-sticky that it won't stick at all. No. Okay, so you can see that's not, but the regular white paper would work too. Probably even better. Let me go find a piece of that. I'm going to end up finding a piece that fits just right and cutting it and whatever, but you get the idea. So this is your little protector, or take a second one and see how much. So for now, I'm going to do this to make it stop rolling up. Stop it. Okay. Okay, I've got my little plastic pieces, and I've got my little box of rubber bands, a little brush for cleaning the wax and stuff off the diamonds, strays I find in the couch and on the floor, Aleene's Loctite pink wax, the roller drill pen that Jan made me, the spring-loaded scissors that Jan gave me, Post-it notes and a Sharpie, just in case. This is that tool I bought for doing my nails, acrylic nails. It's good for picking little things out between diamonds. This is a stylus for the tablet. I have no purpose for this in regards to diamond painting, but I bought it and I feel like I need to figure something out with it. So if I keep looking at it, I'll figure out what the hell I'm going to use this for. And then, of course, like I said, I've got my light. Oops. That's for the map. This is for looking for shit under the couch. wherever, or looking at the top of your painting to see if you put a drill down upside down, or if you need to see this, whatever, you need more light. There you go. I had this all fitting in here so nicely before. Okay. Next, my my good drill pen, and then 3, 6, 9 placers, or whatever the hell they are. This is my experiment with the dashboard pad material in the drill pen. It works, but I need the drill pen to have the smaller tip so that I can maneuver diamonds better, and I haven't been able to successfully get the material in there yet, so I'm still working on that, trying to figure it out, get it in there and not have it just pop off. Okay, I've got clips for keeping my canvas on my light pad. There's another drill pen. More clips for keeping my canvas on my light pad. More of those pads. Here's that little keychain phone stand I had. And my other phone stand that Jan gave me. So actually this now, I can spread out stuff a little bit more because it was so crammed in there. Spoons for scooping diamonds out of little containers. Crappy tweezers, angled and other. I don't use these for anything other than like scraping shit off of. I used it for scraping the window glazing off of my tool. I don't use these. I don't like them. These are the tweezers that I do like. These came from Sally Beauty. $5. Super sharp, super strong. I do not have any Huacan or any of those other ones, but I've seen everybody saying that they bend. These do not bend. They're like super, super, super strong. There's no bending going on there. Super sharp. I've stabbed myself several times. This is a regular window scraper for cutting the glazing out of your windows to reglaze your windows, because I've done that. I know how to do that. I reglaze the windows in my other house. But I'm using it to shove my diamonds around because it's got a nice chiseled edge. Fits right in there to move diamonds. I would still like it to be about half this width. So I suppose I could use that end, but it's got all this funky stuff going on, so I don't. But that's a regular tool for reglazing your windows, for scraping out the old glaze. Of course, I've got my diamond grinder. Thank you, Vicki. Appreciate that. And an empty container with no purpose, because I'll come up with something that I'll want to throw in there, whether it's whatever. I'll find something. And then, like I said, this is the just a regular baby wipe container with rolled up papers, plastic sheeting for putting on my diamond painting, pull one off and put some, whatever. Okay. Put it all in here. All in nice. So I've got now, and apparently I'm gonna start. All right, there you are. Hi. I'm gonna start worrying more about what I look like. No. Okay. And then this is just like random pieces from pulling drill pens apart. And then, like, you know, unbent paper clip for cleaning the wax out of pens and stuff. I could use my sharp tweezers, but I don't like gunking them up, because as soon as I use these for anything, like even picking drills off of the canvas, once I get any little sticky stuff on there, I can't just like grab the junk ones and throw them in the bin because then they're stuck to the tweezers, and then I'm constantly wiping these off on like my shirt, and then I stab myself and I bleed because, yeah. All right, there we go. Now, I don't have room for all my trays, so that's what this little baby got repurposed for. This is all of my trays. And it would have been nice to fit the label maker in here too, but I didn't. But now here we go, and it's got a handle. Bam! Okay. And thanks to everybody with all the gifts, between like Jan and Vicky, I didn't spend a dime on this to put it together, really. I mean, a long time ago I bought one set of those, but Jan gave me a set too. So this was all courtesy of you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, I skimmed over one thing. Baggies for whatever. And then these, instead of dryer sheets, these are Bounce fabric softener. I believe it's Bounce brand. I'd have to look again. But they're little fabric softener like pellets. And obviously, you know, they're way bigger than a diamond would be. And you just throw a couple of those in with your diamonds for the static instead of the dryer sheets. Because I'm constantly having the dryer sheets, like fighting with them when I'm trying to pour out diamonds and the dryer sheets in there. And so if this ends up in your tray, not a big deal. You know, just pick it out, put it back in, and yeah, fights the static. So awesome, awesome, awesome idea, Jan. Thank you so much for that. So there's my toolkit. And last night was our last evening with our house guest. Like I said, Brian's back from the airport now, from taking Chad back. But last night I finally put away all my leftover drills from the cottage, from the Santa, and from Alice in Wonderland. I put away all of the drills into my long-term storage, and that worked out fantastic as far as the labeling process. And I'll show you that in just a minute, because I went to bed without bringing it all back upstairs because I couldn't carry everything. So it's downstairs and I need to clean it up anyway. So I'll bring that up and show you. All right. I combined all of my trash from Always into one. I was planning on making something out of it. Whether I filled it into like an empty cylinder, I don't know. I'm going to use this. I'm going to repurpose my trash somehow, someday. And then the little rubber band trick, because these are the ones that don't fit, I taped it to the lid so I don't have to deal with it constantly falling out. So just, there you go. So this is my like total trash. And then I just have this on a magnet in my closet, or on my pegboard, my magnet board. And I just, whenever I'm done, put all the trash in here. When it fills, I'll get a bigger container, and on and on and on. Now, so my box for my my leftovers is now empty because I did it all, put it all away. So this is ready to be put back for use at a later time. And then earlier I was like, oops, that was my binder falling over. I was like, what's the difference between small storage and containers? Okay, small storage is like baggies and like the little containers from Dollar Tree, like the ones I sent Annette. That's small storage. Containers are for container systems, like these things that I oh so love. And then these were part of one of those big kits, but they were all nested inside of each other, so you couldn't fit them all in separately. The mermaid, So these are extras. And then I forgot to pull this off. Yeah, you can hear him down there. I'm going to shut that door. Is he talking to me? Okay. Oh, I swear to God, they're always like 12-year-old boys, aren't they? Okay. But this doesn't fit in here, so. Anyway. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So now I've got, that's emptied. That's emptied. These used to be Santa's trash and Santa's strays. You know, Santa's shit that was in the couch. And I knew it was Santa. Now it's been put away. So I took the labels off, get rid of them. I don't need that. Got another stray here. I'm going to get all wild and crazy and just put it straight in the trash rather than trying to examine it and see if it's okay. Oh, now she wants it. See, I just... Come on. Yeah, you try, you're like, I need 5 more minutes, and then that's not going to work. So I'll use a little goof off or that solvent that I have from Brian to take the adhesive off of there. Nice burp, Jasmine. How rude. Clean those up so that they're ready to be reused. And here's the storage. Okay. Now I have to label things, but this is round and square. So we'll go through it real quick. Ugly yellow labels. I didn't have clear at the time, but these are all the shiny rhinestones from the cottage. And my box only holds so much. Here's the end of the cottage where it ended. And then this is square, actually. The next ones, this is Alice in Wonderland. So these are Diamond Art Club. I am not going to contaminate these by mixing them in with everything else. So these are my Diamond Art Club. And what I did when I had them in the Craftmates, I had the number taped to the bin from cutting it off the bag. And then I also had the label maker number on the bin that I was able to peel off and put on my tray when I was working on that color, because I only took half of the, here I'll show you, I only pulled half of the paper off. So, you know, I had those on there and I could pull it off and stick it on my little tray I'm working on and put it back. And then when I was done with that, there's something, I'm not thinking straight. But anyway, I had these already made and I just peeled them off, put them on my Tic Tac boxes. Boom, Alice was put away. I need to make a, you know, Diamond Art Club round or something labeled for that. Okay. Then these are the rounds from... These would be a combination of the Diamond Dots cupcakes and the owl and what else did I do that was round? Diamond Dots and the owl. Oh, and then the Soulmates. I think I must have mixed in the leftovers from that with this as well. From Diamond Art Club. Wasn't thinking straight. Now she wants out. Oh my God. This is why I get like freaked out when the house is empty, because it's constant chaos. You got the machine on spin and you got Brian yelling and the dog is... Okay. Anyway. And then I had some that I was like unsure of, like I still got one, because it's not either, and I can't decide which one I'm going to throw it in with. So I just left it there, because I can't make a decision yet. Same thing with this one. It should actually be over here, but yeah, it just wasn't close enough to anything. But these are leftovers from other things. I have no idea what. And they're obviously in numerical order all the way through to the end. So that's the extent of my leftovers. I obviously am going to need a bigger box. Oops. Because yeah, this is just a start, and so far it all still fits. Damn it, now I dropped the shell over the floor. These are my leftover square. So these were from Soulmates. And then this is what I was talking about when I did the, oops, sorry, bumped you. The Santa. I just peeled those right off the container. I could have cut the symbol off, but I left it. I peeled them off the container, just stuck them on there so that, because I don't feel like making all new labels right now. That's a project in the future, but at least I got them on there. Don't need the symbol, but whatever. I can get rid of it later. So that's where that is. And then these were the chart symbol stickers that I was using that I'd pull off and put on my bead tray and then put back on the storage bin so I didn't forget what I was doing. And then those go over here. Hold on. This is the oven liner that Jan sent. So I just didn't bring it downstairs last night. I just stuck to a piece of plastic. But now I can stick all these up here. And then if I do, when kitting up something else, have duplicate symbols, I can keep reusing these till they're no longer sticky. Because I'm a cheap ass. And then I have, you know, some that I made and didn't use. But, see. Frugal. Keep reusing them over and over and over and over again. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Just remember something. We have had the packages from Cindy. I always think of her as Cindy, but her channel, obviously, Cindy, and that's, I'm guessing, obviously. Guessing. That's not guessing, if it's obvious. That's just obvious. That must be her nickname with her family, Cindy. I think she said that in one of her videos. But anyway, I digress. She sent packages for me and for Jasmine and for Brian, and I opened Jasmine's, and I opened the diamond painting logbook that she gave me. The link is in the description below. But the deliveries all came separately, and Brian has had them on his desk for days now. And I don't always go in the office and look. So they've been sitting there, but he's been busy because we had the guest. So he said he'd open that stuff with me today because I've been waiting. I wanted to record him opening it too. So we need to do that yet. And Jan, I know, honey, I'm sorry. There's this very special adapter I have to have in order to plug this into my phone, in order to get the stuff off of my phone that you want. And I can never find the damn thing. So while I'm thinking about it, let me look and see, because I reorganized. I think I put it in here. Maybe not. What the hell did I do with it? It's like, you know, when you have that, like, I need to put this somewhere where I'm going to find it because I can never find it idea. Yeah. I'll find it, but yeah, I know, Jan, you want that stuff sent to you. I'm working on it. Maybe it's in here. Shit. What is this stuff? Here, diamond painting pith helmet. Okay. Not as comfortable as one might think. Okay, let me see if it's in here. Yeah, now my room's a total mess again. I had it all clean. There it is. Okay, I've got the adapter. I've got the memory stick. I'll be working on it today, Jan. I promise. I promise. Okay, let's see here. How am I going to attach this to that now? Oh, dilemmas. Okay, let's see. Do this. Here's what we're going to do. Is that loud? Alright, got that there, got that there, and then I'm gonna take this here and we'll use this one. This one has Jan's actual name on it. But I gotta find batteries for it. I don't know if it worked when you sent it, but I took the batteries and I don't know. I'll check it, but there we go. Take that and that and that. I'll clip it to that, and I'm gonna wear it on my shirt on the zip line, so I can't go anywhere without remembering. That's how I'm gonna remember. Okay, I'm gonna start a new painting today. Yay! But based on this, the reason I brought that up, Cindy. Okay, squirrel, big time squirrel, lots of squirrels. It's like a squirrel fiesta right now.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
The packages are down there, and so I'm gonna see if I can get him to open the packages before the Packer game starts. It's 11:30 now. The game starts in an hour and a half. Let's see. Okay, talk to you soon. Okay, there you go, Jan. I have flash drive and the adapter and a pen light with your name and address on it attached to me. So I cannot forget you. Now, does this fit in this box? Look at that. Look at that. All right. Oops, sorry. That was really bad. Okay. And then here's my little riggy. Works good. See, I just set you in there, and then I can stand here with my hands on either side of the thing, talking right into your ear. And then I can see exactly what I'm doing and if it's in focus. So I'm enjoying it. A couple of magnets and a board and some screws and a selfie stick and some zip ties, and you're ready to roll. Okay. All right, let's carry on. I remember what this is from. It's from that. See, why do I care? Why do I care that you know that I figured it out? I think Jan has me paranoid because she's like sitting back with her notebook going, I know what that's from. I know what that's from. Okay. Let me see, what else did I want to bring up, because I thought of something else while I was putting everything away. Oh, here. So I finally got a piece of clear plastic. There we go. And I can move it. And I'm guessing I could probably just take this kitchen sink with the sprayer and just rinse off the one side. Who knows? We'll try. But, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go convince him to open those packages from Cindy now. I don't know if I ever finished that story, but yeah. Oh yeah, one of them I think might be something that, so I'm going to wait until I decide what I'm going to be working on next. And put this stuff away. Oh, here's another one. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen these? Sorry, that was Dizzy. Chad, his brother-in-law, I guess, went to a trade show. He was here for business at a conference. But this is obviously, you know, a koozie with magnets. So you know what I thought automatically. Yeah, the whole magnet bar, and stick your phone inside of the little, with the camera sticking out. Yeah, you know, if I had, whatever. It's not very adjustable, but sure. I mean, you get the point. I mean, even if I had a metal plate on here. But this isn't exactly like made to fit, but the idea is there to make a holder out of fabric or whatever, or put this, I don't know, attach the magnet to my phone. It's ideas. It's all ideas. All right, I'm dithering. I forgot one of the items inside my toolkit, my tape measure. Just in a little thingamajigger.
Freakish cross with cutesy. Not really that cute. Really not doing anything for the dark circles either. How many woodchucks? No, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck all the wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Again. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck all the wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That's how much. Alright. All together now. As fast as you can. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck all the wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Bam.